Good. Make sure there's no lag. Make sure the crypto stream is running good. I think we're good. All right, cool. Looks like we're good. Looks like we're good. I'm lagging a little bit over here, so I might just turn off my camera. All right, I think we're good. All right, cool. So, welcome family, welcome to another episode of Crypto Cliffnotes. On this episode, what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you guys, of course, you guys already know, the exclusive news, the analysis, what's going on in the market. The market's down a little bit. Don't freak out. Don't worry about the FUD. There's a lot of FUD going on. Sell your coins, sell the market, do this, do that. Don't listen to it. I promise you guys. You guys are going to miss out on a lot of money if you sell your cryptocurrencies right now. Even if you're down, just invest more, right? Something called price average. If you buy lower from where you got it at, buy a little bit more than what you put in before, you're going to get that cost average price up, and you're probably going to break even. It goes like in between where you invested it up top and maybe down below. But with that being said, we're also going to announce our giveaway winner live with you guys, right? I made a whole name generator. We're going to do a random one for you guys, do it live stream with you all. And then we're actually going to get into some NFTs today, right? I guess a couple projects, and we're kind of going to go inside of what we look for. There's some new projects that just came up, so we're going to do it live with you. We're going to look into the projects. I haven't really deep dove into the projects myself, so we're going to do that with you guys, just so you guys can see how we do it. And then you guys can, go out there, look for different projects and do it yourself. So, maybe later down the road, you guys start naming out projects that you like. Then we can, look into those projects while we're on the live with you guys. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to pass this over to Pat. I'm going to go ahead and give him the torch, and he's going to go ahead. If you don't know who he is, you guys are going to know who he is. You guys definitely need to take notes on what he's going to say throughout the stream today, because it's going to be very, very important on the information that he's going to give you. If you guys haven't checked out our last stream, after this video, go and watch our last stream. He dropped some major sauce for you guys, and there's a Cardano project that a couple of you got in, and we're about to make tons and tons of money. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to pass this over to Pat. Take it over, man. Let's get it.
What's up, everyone? So let's see the crypto market. It's making a little correction. Sitting about where it was on Friday, still at around 45 on Bitcoin, 3,300 on Ethereum. Cardano didn't spike even though the upgrade happened this on Sunday. So that's one thing we were looking forward to. So that will actually allow a lot more projects to start coming on top of this. So you're going to see a lot more stuff popping up, especially when it comes to Cardano. So that's one thing we are gonna, like today, that's what we're showing you, some of these things from the last video. Like he said, this is ways you can find some of this these new NFTs, some of the projects, stuff like that. We can be the first of the first with these, just because this is just happening on Cardano. So a lot of projects were waiting for this. So we'll be able to keep up to date on that. And then, like he said, the reason we want to do this also is that way when you guys hear some of these, shoot them to us, either whether it be through Instagram, whatever, Telegram, Discord, however you want to send it to us. Phone, text if you know us, like any projects if you hear, especially the new NFTs. Because like what's really cool is right now, before when these markets were sitting the way they are, you kind of like, they were great opportunities to buy. I mean, it's always great when you can buy when something's got a 20% discount and all, you know what I mean? But you got to have money sitting around to do that all the time. So with the NFTs, that's why we're getting in them. These markets are so hot and the money is just crazy. So when the market sits like this, we're going to jump over to there. So, I mean, like we're still definitely ready for this bull run. And it'll be great to be able to take profits once this thing hits with this bull run, because as soon as it goes down and hits that little bear market, no matter how long it is, whether it's only a couple months, whether it's a year or two, we're going to be able to make it up on this NFT game. So then with that, what we'll do is what I'm going to do is always take some of my profits from these NFTs And while this market's sitting nice and red and I got all these discounts, I'm going to find the projects on the biggest discounts that I like, and that's where I'm buying. And then from there, once that bull run hits, that's where you go take some money. And like he said, so we've had a couple projects me and him have both invested in. Some are like break even. I've even grabbed one or two where, I mean, I'll be dead honest. I'm probably, I haven't sold it, so I didn't fool with that. But like the best I'll do right now is break even. But these are brand new projects, so I'm just going to hold them. But that's the same as like when I was in this in 2017. It was a lot easier to get these brand new coins coming out rather than being on these swaps. You could just go on certain regular exchanges, get tokens as soon as they came out dirt cheap. And when you could do that, like it was so easy to make money. But there would always be some projects that would just disappear. You know what I mean? So you every now and then you gotta, if you're willing to take some of that risk factor, which I know that going in. So if I know I'm buying into all these brand new NFT projects, there's going to be probably one or two that are going to be not work out. There'll be a scam, something like that. But that being said, just like in 2017, I did lose on a few, but when you compare that to what I gained, it's not even close. So, I mean, it kind of pays for itself. It just brings down what you made. But getting in all those projects, that's also how you grab in things at like a penny, a nickel, and that next thing you know, they're worth a few bucks and you make a good return. Same thing with these NFTs. I mean, we've already been, last one we found is over a 10x already, and we're only talking 4 or 5 days. So we're going to steadily stay on top of them. So let's do this. Let me go back to Jonah real quick. He can do, if he wants, I mean, just a quick touch. The market, like I said, hasn't really changed unless he sees something coming maybe this week. He could real quick touch on that. Then we'll go over brief news. We have a little bit of stuff. Like I said, the main thing was just want to say that the upgrade happened with Cardano, which means we're about to get real busy with some projects. So got like a news article just confirming that kind of stuff. He's got a couple little things. And then, like he said, we're going to get into the projects. I have a couple more, 1 or 2 more sites that you definitely want to write down, especially when it comes to figuring out what projects are moving, which ones are actually having volume. And then from there, like I said, if you guys have anything for us, if you see anything you want us to review, put it out in the chats. We'll try to get to it while we're on here if we have time. And if not, we'll always go searching when we're off of here, because me and him we're back and forth nonstop. And then we're even going to start doing those night calls when we do some and live drops when we find these projects. So make sure you're following us and you're getting all the notifications. But yeah, let me give that back to Jonah. He can do his thing real quick and then we'll just move on.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir. Let's go. I appreciate you, Pat. Appreciate you for being on here, man. It's always a blessing to, get the information. I'm always taking notes, even on the live stream. Sometimes he says some things that I don't even know, so I got to do my research. I got to look into it. I got to, look into those things. So if you guys are on here, man, smash that like button first off. Smash that like button. Go ahead and comment in the chat. If you hear about projects, you guys know about projects, you guys have questions about anything, please hit the live chat box. If you don't know how to like on the video, all you got to do is hit that. If you're on your phone, you click that X at the top right, and then you click that little thumbs up. That's how you do it, and then you can click on live chat, and it'll take you right back to the chat. So make sure you guys like this video, guys. Let's go ahead and send this video out to people that you know, because we're trying to spread as much value as we can to as many people. And I promise you, this is only one of many giveaways we're going to do. Soon enough, I heard little birdie down the street told me there was going to be a giveaway for an NFT. You never know, right? So I don't know when that's going to be. We'll find out. Little birdie might tell me tomorrow what's going on, but I don't know. That's what I heard. All right, guys? So again, I appreciate all of you for being here. I'm going to hop straight into the market and kind of briefly go over what's going on in the market currently. Not too much. Honestly, market has been consolidating for the last, I'd say, couple days now, ever since that market kind of dropped about $500 billion in market cap kind of quickly. Or within a couple hour span, 3, 4, 5 hour span. That's kind of quick. So anytime, just like you run a race, you gotta when you run a race, when you run a 5 mile race, you gotta rest. You're not gonna go run another 5 mile race the next day. right? So it's going to rest. The market is going to consolidate, and then I think it's going to start booming here in the next week or two. So we're just going to give it time. Bitcoin and Ethereum are just moving sideways. Bitcoin sitting at about almost just about that 45K level, and then you got Ethereum sitting at that, like, you know, that 31, 32, 3300 level. Those have just been sitting there for the last couple days, just because that big drop, right? That big drop. So we're gonna pay attention to that. Just going into some analysis in the charts, because I love charts, I love analysis. Bitcoin, like I said, has been consolidating. Nothing crazy, nothing spectacular. But as soon as this loads up, I'll go ahead and show you guys. Like I said, it's not really doing too much. If it were to come down a little bit more, I don't think it's going to go anything below, I'd say 40, maybe like 43. I don't think it's going to go anything below 43. Oh, there we go. It's been a little slow today. It's all good. But as you guys can see, you know, Bitcoin is just stuck at that $44,000 level. It's a support. I told you guys we had that big push up all the way to 52, 53K, and then boom, you know, we had that big 500K or 500 billion dollar market cap drop. Just people took profits. You know what I mean? People are gonna take profits, but I'm actually about to go into some news here in a minute that shows there's actually big institutions coming into play right now. You know, MicroStrategy's just bought over 5,000 Bitcoin. You know, when it dropped. What else? Who else just did? El Salvador. They just announced they bought over 500 Bitcoin. You know what I mean? So big institutions, big banks, big players are coming into play right now, and the amount of Bitcoin being bought right now is a lot more from, of course, when it was making that big fall. So people are confident. I'm confident that this is going to stay up. I still believe we're still going to sit at that 85K or above at the end of the year. Ethereum, I think we can easily hit the 8 to 10K range. I think XRP, once they let go of that, I think that can easily surpass $5 to $7. I think those are solid prices we can look for. I'm not a financial advisor, but I've done some analysis. I've done and kind of like look at the percentages. Pat, you know, we always talk about the fundamentals. Everything is literally in place for us to keep going up, right? So if you're not invested, perfect time to invest is right now. There's never too late. Just start getting into something, right? Something is better than nothing. And if you keep watching, you're going to be like, damn, I never got in that project. Pat and Jonah, Crypto Cliffnotes, been talking about Cardano before $1. You know, talking, they called out in the Discord or the Telegram chat, Ethereum at 1800. Why did I not get in? Right? And it's not like we're trying to tell you what to do with your money, but it's a perfect time to invest right now while everyone else is selling. Observe the masses, do the opposite. Remember that, write that down, put that in your notes. Observe the masses, do the opposite. But we're just going to hop straight into the news real quick. We're going to hop straight into the news. Go ahead and close some of these things out so we can run perfectly good. Alright, cool. So the first, I don't have many news articles because I really wanted to get through these so we can get to our giveaway today. And also we have some amazing things that we want to go over with you guys with NFTs. NFTs is booming. We're actually going to show you one that we bought, and I know I sold 2 of mine and I actually accumulated another one. I made really good returns. Really good returns was made. And we'll show you that here in a minute as soon as I get down to our news. Okay, cool. So, Grayscale. I know you guys heard us talk about Grayscale before, right? Grayscale is a huge firm for cryptocurrency. Grayscale and MicroStrategy are the 2 biggest in the whole entire world, right? Grayscale and iCapital partner to provide 6,700 advisors access to crypto investments. So guess what these advisors are going to do? They're advisors, so they can tell you what to do with your money. They're going to tell people to get into cryptocurrency, right? They're going to tell people to get into cryptocurrency. So Grayscale Investments has partnered with iCapital Network to provide more than 6,700 advisors access to its cryptocurrency investment products. Advisors and their clients have expressed increasing appetite for uncorrelated return potential in their portfolios, and digital currencies are at the center of conversation right now, said the CEO of iCapital. So I'm assuming iCapital and Grayscale, they all operate the same with advisors. They're advising people, they're telling people, hey, older people don't understand cryptocurrency, so they're kind of going along and they're going to start diving into the people that they advise when it comes to finances. They're going to start advising people to get into cryptocurrency, and I'm sure later down the road, very, very soon, in the near future, I think we're going to see people start investing into NFTs once they find NFT platforms, just like we saw Visa invested into CryptoPunks, right? We've seen all these artists, we've seen all these famous people start making their own NFTs as well. So NFTs is also on the verge of breaking that ice very, very soon too. So let's just pay attention to that as well. All right, second article that I have, like I just said, MicroStrategy, another huge cryptocurrency firm that of course advises people what to do with their money, stocks, bonds, finances, anything that has to do with finances. They're giving people advice. Hey, you should put your money here, and they're the best. They're the top of the top, right? The billions and billions and billions of dollars every single year. So MicroStrategy buys 5,050 more Bitcoins. Now hodls 114,000 Bitcoin. Guys, do you know how much that is? That's a lot of Bitcoin. I think one of the top people that we watch on YouTube, his name is BitBoy. Right? He only has, I think, maybe like 200 to 300, maybe tops, 200 to 300 Bitcoin. 114,000 Bitcoin, that's insane. Right? That's insane. If you can give me that much, you won't hear from me ever again, I promise you. It's like, no, we're still going to do Crypto Cliffnotes, but we'll do a hell of a lot more giveaways. I promise that. So, that's a lot of Bitcoin, guys. And they started accumulating as soon as it dipped. MicroStrategy started buying as soon as we dipped. They bought even more when it dipped, right? So, they've been buying all the way up, and they're going to keep buying it. So, this is a big institution to pay attention to in the near future that's going to keep fueling the economy of cryptocurrency, right? And then this is the last one. The biggest bank in El Salvador. As we know, El Salvador is a legal tender, meaning they have to accept Bitcoin as payments or payouts, right? So it's legal tender over there, right? You can do whatever you want with Bitcoin over there. Biggest bank in El Salvador now accepts Bitcoin as payment for financial products. So, biggest bank in El Salvador, right? The biggest bank, not the smallest bank, the biggest bank, right? The biggest bank in El Salvador is now accepting Bitcoin to pay for debts originated from the use of its instruments, according to the PR statement. The institution partnered with Flexa, a payments network, to include cryptocurrency capabilities in its software. Right? The bank also allows merchants using Wampai services, a digital payment processor, to receive Bitcoin for goods and services sold. So guess what? Guess what else is going to be big over there? E-commerce. Right? Because they're selling. Guess what? Everything's going to be online. Because of COVID, everything's going to be online. You're going to sell and buy with Bitcoin. Right? You're going to send payments through Bitcoin. So just pay attention to that, guys. It's going to be coming. It's going to be a trickle effect. That's what's going to happen. It's going to go from El Salvador, and then it's going to go to Germany. It's going to go everywhere. I promise you. It's going to be a bowling ball effect. Once you knock one pin, all the rest are going to fall. Right? They're all going to fall for Bitcoin because cryptocurrency is the next thing, guys. I'm telling you. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to pass this back to Pat. I'm going to come back to our screens, and he's going to go over his news articles and everything that he has for you guys. And then we're going to come back here, and we're going to go over some NFT projects for you guys. Going to dive into some projects just because, we want to show you guys how we research these projects and everything like that. So I'm going to pass this to Pat. Pat, go ahead and take it over, man. Appreciate you, man. Let's get it.
I just want to touch base on upgrade. So now Cardano has a smart contract capabilities. So the Alonzo mainnet upgrade went live. That happened, like I said, that happened yesterday. So you're gonna, like I said, this is why you're gonna see all these projects. The NFT market's gonna get big, but you're gonna see everything start growing with this. So we'll be able to find new projects like based with blockchain, or we're gonna be able to get new cryptos off of it. The ones that we have been investing in, some of the early ones, you might see some of them start making moves, but we'll find a lot more that we can get into. Like I said, but right now we're going to stay focused with these NFTs just because the gains on them are just crazy. We're not talking percents. We're talking like huge, like X's, like 1X, 2X, 3X, 10X. Some of the stuff is moving fast. So look forward for that on Cardano. Like I said, we'll go over the marketplace for that today, and just show you some of the projects. Like I said, we got a couple more coming off. They'll be on Ethereum, I think. I don't have one yet on, I got a couple we'll go over. And then let me see something. All right, this is just another one. It's just showing like NFTs everywhere is going after these. So you got like some of the biggest realtors online shopping in Japan, China. So what I was reading was, just like another thing. So like Dolce & Gabbana, they are doing, they're going to do NFTs of their outfits, shoes, accessories, that kind of stuff. I'm sure they're going to probably cost as much as they do in real life. And then you're going to be able to wear them on your avatars and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, even the major players, like, I wouldn't think they need to get into this space like to work the digital, but they must have done the research and just know how big these digital worlds are. Like we've been saying, you can buy land. If you go on like the Centraland and you go look at that land, you are not getting land for under like, I mean, it's thousands, $4,000 and $5,000 for a little square on the screen. And people are paying this nonstop. So nobody wants to miss out on this. So NFTs, like I said, that's where we're going to go. I'm not even pulling up any more news when it comes to like crypto today. I want to just go like right into the NFTs just because there's so much to talk about with them. Jonah, do you want to start with let me pop this off. Do you want to start with the projects, or do you want to go into like the thing I showed you with how you can check rarities and all that stuff?
Yeah, let's do
The
that.
one you sent me this morning, like that kind of stuff. You want to put that out? Then we can go into all the other stuff.
Yeah. Let's put that out, of course, after the video as well, or after the stream. I'll put that in the description and everything like that. But yeah, let's go over CNFT and all that real quick, and show them how to check their rarities on the Cardano network. And then what we can do is we can kind of show, you can show yours and the one you sold and what you got it for and what you sold it for, and then I can show mine, what I got mine for, and then what I sold it for as well, or I can just kind of explain it how it goes. But yeah, go ahead and you can go ahead and share your screen again, and then we can, after that, we can go right into the other NFTs and kind of research with them while we're here.
All right, cool. So, and then actually, can you pull up? Well, I don't know what. Actually, never mind. Just leave it. Forget what I just said. So here, let me flip my screen up. So like when we go into NFTs, right now we're going to be looking at where you can buy them secondhand. This isn't going to be where you're going to be able to mint them and actually be like a creator for them. So these are like the aftermarket. So these are like your eBay, your secondhand stuff. Still plenty of room to make money on some of these projects, especially if you're in on the right ones. We've seen ones that have been doubling every single day. So it doesn't even matter if you buy it at a high price point, the next day you made money. It's been pretty wild. But OpenSea, so anything that's going to be with like Ethereum is going to be on OpenSea. So that's just OpenSea.io. This is their marketplace. We pulled this one up before. And it kind of looks like this. This is giving you like prices. You can go with buy nows. This is usually the way I look. And then if you don't want that, you can go to the auctions. Problem is with the auctions. So like I said, this is Ethereum based. This will also work with Matic, I'm pretty sure, on certain projects. So if you notice how this is like pink, And then let me see if there's any with a last sold. So normally Ethereum's black. So when you see the pink, what that means is you see when that popped up, it says WETH. That's like a wrapped ETH. So what that does is when you go into your MetaMask, the wallet that we use for OpenSea, and you're going to use for most of your Ethereum ones, that's this little fox guy up here. So you're going to link that. And basically what this does is like, this is how smart contracts work. By placing a bid, you're basically putting a contract on the blockchain that's letting them know that you're going to you're willing to purchase their item when time runs out if you're the highest bidder. In order to do that, you just don't put up your ETH though. You have to do what's called wrapping. So then you have to wrap your ETH. That allows you to bid with that. So that's another process. And to do that, you will have to pay a gas fee, which are kind of low right now. So they're not too bad. But just know that. So like if you have Ethereum, you might have like a whole Ethereum and you're trying to bid on something that's only 1/10 of an Ethereum and it won't let you. That's because anytime you see that pink or anytime you're bidding, you're going to have to do that in wrapped ETH, which by doing that, when you click on it, it'll like ask you if you just want to wrap it. And then you just got to pay that fee. If you want to avoid all that, you can go buy now. Can't have both buy now and auction up though. And then you can sort this by any way you want to do it. You have all these different ones recently created, depending on what I'm doing, or I go like low price. It all depends. But with these, when you see the black, that means you can just go ahead and use your Ethereum and purchase them. So you would need the MetaMask. Go check out our video. We got that on how to set up that account. OpenSeas is where there's a couple other ones, but this is the main marketplace for the NFTs. This is where we resell them, anything on Ethereum. And then the other one we're going to go to is CNFT. So CNFT.io. That is Cardano's main marketplace right now. And this shows all their things. As you see, they have 169,000 assets on here. Down here is project. This is the actual project, the name that they're using. And this is by the numbers, that uniqueness. So this is like Clay Nation by Claymates. So Claymates, I guess, was the original. Then they made Clay Nation. And you're going to get, that's what's cool with holding some NFTs. When you purchase some of these, like you got to check their sites and all, because you can get nice, like Jonah was telling me before, a project coming up. And I think if we said like 40 days, they're going to be doing an airdrop. So I know it sucks to have to hold something, but they usually do a screenshot at some point in time of everybody's wallet that owns one. So what that means is like, say, for example, this little cat, say they said they were going to do what's called an airdrop. So if you buy this cat, you hold it in your wallet. Whenever they do their random check, they're going to see how many, by holding stuff and supporting them, they give stuff away sometimes. So they'll check everybody's wallets. Anybody that has that on that certain date, they're just going to send you their next airdrop completely for free. So you get stuff for free for being loyal at times. So that's one thing we like to also look out for. The other one that you can get sometimes, they're giving royalties on some of these. So if you were like the originator of it, the minter of it, every time the thing gets sold, you get a royalty fee for it. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of like how artists do with their music and everything. Well, if you're the creator of these, it doesn't matter if you don't own it. Anytime anyone sells it, you get a percentage. That is certain projects. Some of them don't. But CNFT.io, that's where you're going to want to go for these. Like I said, this is going to be the newer one. If you tried to get on here yesterday, it was kind of shut down. I think that's also why there's been a little bit of sell-off on here today. I don't think people understand that when they did that upgrade, they had to stop platforms for a minute just so everything could upgrade. So you don't have access to that. So anybody who say bought their stuff on like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, that was new to this, and then they go on Sunday to, go sell their stuff and it says it's disabled, they probably get a little scared. And then I would think this morning, maybe just go in here and like, I'm going to dump this before I lose all my money. Because some of them have gone down just a touch. But honestly, like I said to him, one of the projects we're looking at, I'm going to go buy one as soon as we get off of here. I have two so far. I'm going to buy one more. I like this project and I have high hopes for it. Jonah, do you want to go into certain projects, or do you want to go where you said like we'll show some
Well,
of the stuff we sold?
yeah, why don't you let them know about Claymates real quick? Because that's a project that I think if they have the money, they might as well get, especially because the floor is down a little bit right now. It was just at 500. Now it's what, 380, 390, 400. So if it was at 500, it dropped a whole 100 ADA. That's a whole $200 drop. So I think that's a
All
real.
right, so yeah, so what he's saying is this is one. So if you go on this marketplace, right on this bar, you're going to type in Clay Nation. Now, when I'm looking for my buys right away, I'm going to flip this right away to either low to high, or sometimes, depending on how new a project, I'll put up. I also like to go off of recent assets for people that are just dropping it, just in case sometimes somebody just wants to, if they bought one cheap and the market jumps very fast, somebody might just want to grab that profit. They don't check their rarities. They don't care. They just are like, look, I just bought this for $50 and can sell it for 200, sell it. And then that's also where you can snag some rare stuff sometimes, because usually there's people sniping at bottom lines, the cheapest ones. And anytime they find a higher rarity, they'll dump something that they have a little bit higher or hold them all. And then the more rare of an asset, the more valuable these things go for. So with Clay Nation, let me go make sure these are all right. So as you can see, well, that's just from us talking. Jeremy, what was it just before the show started? 370?
Yeah, you said 370.
So look, he cut me off because he's like, dude, we got 1 minute before the show starts. The lowest price point was 370, right? So right there is almost 30 ADA, which is right around 250. So even if you just bought one of these, the cheapest one right before the show started, you just made yourself 30 ADA, which is what, $75 in a matter of like, these things are selling so quick. So what's cool about these is when you click on them, it tells you when they were minted, all that kind of stuff. Check that date out. These just came out on the 9th. When we minted these, they were 40 ADA. So on the 9th, they were 40 ADA. I picked up 3. I think Jonah grabbed like 2 of them. Down here, when you click on these guys, this is going to let you know like these tags. This is where you figure out like which ones are more unique. Sometimes they'll give you percentages on certain platforms. Some don't. Then you got to go on to different, they make rarity sites. There's Discords with them where you can type in your IDs and steadily just look. This right now is what's taking us a ton of time, because you have to, this is how you find where you can make some good money. But listen to this quick little story. So we bought these things on the 9th at 40 ADA. On the 10th, the morning of the 10th, the least you could buy them for was 70 ADA. So almost a double up in less than like 12 hours, because these came out like midday, I believe. It wasn't even, it wasn't early. So already almost 100% gain in 12 hours. The next morning, they're sitting at about $1.50. Saturday, when I woke up, I want to say they were at 300. Friday, I put mine on sale. I sold one of mine. I took my least rare out of the 10,000. It was like probably ranked up at like number 8, somewhere between 8 and 9,000. So it was one of the more common ones. So I just listed it at 200, at basically 300, 200 ADA. I'm sorry. So I listed it at 200 ADA. So what I did was I figured I'm going to have a 5X off of this, which I was fine with taking. Like, this is where also when people ask us, where do you want to sell? Well, like if you're going to listen to the story, like this is where you never know. You just got to be happy with what you took, or at least comfortable with it. So what I wanted to do, like what me and Jonah, we always talk about this. If you can grab a few of them and within a few days or even a day sometimes, if you can sell one of them, recoup all your money for all the assets you bought, plus have some profit, to me, that's a good sale. Like that's a great sale. And that's exactly what I did. I saw that market moving like that. Jonah had one that was even more rare. He even made like even more money. But I sold mine for 200. So between my 3, it only cost me 120 ADA. So I got all my money back. So now I'm playing with their money, plus I'm already up 80, which is right now, I mean, that's a $200 gain, right? So I got 200 in my pocket, plus I'm sitting on 2 more NFTs. Well, Saturday morning, I wake up and they're sitting at a bottom of 300. I'm like, damn, I just missed out on 100 more ADA. So I went to work. I come home at lunchtime. They're at 400. So you're talking 4 days. This thing went from 40 ADA to 400 ADA. Okay. Sunday, we had the upgrade. The market hits. That's where I was saying came out. Then they dropped a little. This morning, when I woke up, they were sitting at 350. A minute before the show with him, 370. Now, like I said, they're all the way back up. They're back up to around that 400 mark. And as you can see, some of these things are, I mean, people are they're asking big numbers. And we have charts that show that some of this is selling for those numbers. So we just got another chart. Actually, let me give that to them. Where did I even put that? Here we go. All right, so write this one down. This is a page you definitely want. CNFTanalytics.io. CNFTanalytics.io. So with this is going to let you know some of these projects, how they're doing. So what we do is we're just checking on top projects. And as you can see, all time, like I said, these are newer, but some of these have been out for a little bit longer than the ones that we picked. But already overall, this is the number 2. And if you check the sales, it's one of the top sales, total sales, like the volume over 1 million ADA. Like this project, that is why that one grew like that. So like you said, we picked those things up at $90. I sold mine at $509. So I bought it at 91, sold at 509. If I would have held the next day, I would have made another $250. But even right now, like I said, I'm already up on my money and I'm sitting on 2 that if I just put at the bottom, I would make 800 ADA right now. But we do these rarity scores. So I know mine and some of the one he's gotten all, we ain't going to sell them for the bottom. We're going to be able to get a little bit more. Like we're shooting where these things, I'm projecting these like, so with the Ethereum, when that came out, there was ones that started at 100, then they went up to 3,000, and then they hit like 150, 200K. Now there's American dollars, but buy something for a couple $100 for $100, it go up to 3,000. 90 days later, we showed this article, it was worth 180,000. This looks like, as you can see, a project. These we looked at, the Space Buds, that was one we liked too. We just didn't get that drop, so we missed that. But these things might still have drops, so like we're gonna always be on top of that. This also is cool because it lets you know other projects to check into. You can break it down all the time, 24 hours, last week, that kind of stuff. So this is a very good website for your Cardano. This is all Cardano. This is not Ethereum. If you look up Ethereum project, you will not see it on here. All right. But this is a very good way to figure out some of the new projects, see what's actually moving, and you can check out top sales. So like if you see some of these, like these little Space Buds, let me show you what a Space Bud looks like. And then notice somebody paid 60,000 ADA. 60,000 ADA. So we're talking what, 120, 150K. I spell it wrong. Sometimes with the projects, you gotta put spaces in. Why can't I find this one? There we go. So these little guys, somebody paid 150K for one of these. I didn't do a lot of research on these, so I don't know. This could be like for a game coming out too. That's what's real cool with these. Some of these are actually going to have like function to them. But this is one that if they have another drop, trust me, we would definitely be on this stuff. When you see the kind of volume that's getting pushed through that, and knowing that if you get something rare, I mean, look at this. As you see, Space Bud, all these, this whole thing, look at that. Nobody got less than $50,000. I can almost guarantee you when they got minted, they didn't cost $100. Can pretty much guarantee you that. And they're selling for 50K. And if you really want to make some money and you get 30,000 Cardano, just wait till that bull run hits and let that thing hit $10. And then you're sitting on 300K. And that's a come up off $100. And that's where I'm thinking down the road are the ones that we're going after, the Clay Nations. Like you said, I'm probably going to buy at least another one or two of them today, just because I got a feeling they're just going to keep going up. And if they drop a little bit, I'm going to grab some more. That's one that I do a project I really like. Jonah, you want to go over yours real quick? You're muted.
Yeah, I'll go over mine. You can keep your screen up. Give me one second. Give me 1 second. But yeah, so hold on. My dog's about to bark. She's about to go crazy.
Here, I could probably pull up my. Let me just do this. Oh, I'm not logged in. Am I? How's that possible? I'll do that later. I'll do that when you're on there.
My bad. Yeah, my screen was going. I mean, my dog was about to go crazy because of my roommate. But
no, you're good.
But yeah, so basically how mine went. Of course, we minted them at 40 ADA, and then I waited for like 2-3 days. I sold one of mine at. What was it like? I think it was like 300 ADA, 350. I think I sold mine for 350 ADA right off bat.
350, yeah.
Yeah, the first one was 350, and then the second one was a little bit less rare. But just now looking at them, I'm not gonna lie, they were actually pretty rare ones. And I underestimated. I definitely could have sold them for more than that, but it's okay. I'm happy with my profits, and that's the thing. You know, if you're happy with the profits, you can always get back in the game. Just like look at right now. You know, the prices have dropped. That means, guess what? I'm gonna headhunt. I'm gonna go in and find some rare ones at a discount price, right? Or I'll just hold the one that I have and let it ride, because the one I have right now is actually more rare than both the ones that I had. Well, I'd say one of the rarest ones I've had. One was actually really, really rare, but I think I did pretty good on that. I would say an $90 investment I made in one day, $1,400 profit. It's not bad. You know, and it's not like, you know, I had to do too much. All we did was some research. We looked into the things. We looked into the projects, and we just invested. We found a good project, and we just invested into the project. We actually did tell you guys about this, and we actually had 3 or 4 different people that actually got one. Two of which are holding still. One sold for 300 ADA, so he made about $700-800 profit on his investment. So shout out to you guys. If you guys got into this investment or in this project, it's still not too late. I would say right now, if you have the money, go invest in this. Go invest into Claymates. You go into cnft.io. I'll go ahead and drop all the links after this session in the description, and I got to do that. If you guys go, someone asked in the chat, how do you find out about the drops? So we actually have a video that we did last week, or on Monday, or no, sorry, last week on Friday, we did a whole video showing you guys how you can look for these drops, what to look for, the websites to look for. I'm actually going to go ahead after this, right, after this call, after this live stream, I'm going to go ahead in and put all the links in the descriptions to both of those videos, because I did not do Fridays yet. I got wound up. I was very busy this last weekend. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna put in all the links for the description for this stream and the last stream that we did. So make sure you go back. You can actually go back and watch the stream from Friday, our last live stream, and everything's in there for the person that asked how do you find out about the drops. And also there's another one. For There's different ones. I mean, you have ones for Cardano, you have ones for Solano, you have ones for Ethereum. Everything is different, right? Everything is different. So there's different sites, there's different websites for each and every single one of them. Like I said, the last video explains everything. But yeah, go ahead, Pat.
Yeah, here we go. All right, Ned. So this one I just brought up. I saw it in the chat. So we actually, I think last week we even brought up this one, the Tory Lanez. So here's the whole catch with how do you find out about like the drops? Like he was saying, like definitely, even though you know a drop date's coming, like we could say we know something's dropping today, you might not qualify for it in order to. Dropping is when you get to mint it. It's the best time to get your hands on them. It's usually the cheapest, especially for the good projects, as we just showed you. And sometimes you'll get those certain rights to the NFTs afterwards. That being said, like he must have, I didn't check this one. I'm just pulling this up because like I said, I just saw this in the chat. I told you guys I would. So the NFT album drop must have happened. Let me see something. Check his marketplace. All right, so maybe you can still buy some of this. So this, I'd have to check into it. Looks like they're gonna have different, I guess, rarities. Because these buy it nows are 10,000. This is 120. This one has them for $25, and this one has them for $10. So I don't know exactly what we're buying here. I mean, this is going to give you, I guess, what it's telling. See, this release date was on the 10th. So there might be something completely different with him dropping today. That, like I said, I didn't even check. But this is how you're going to find this stuff out. So the same way I just pulled up his site. So all I did was a Google search. I just did Tory Lanez NFT. Come to his site. You can register. You can find out different drops. And then here, on the Tory Lanez.
Yeah. We
All right,
lost
well, all
you.
I said on that in a recap is I cannot find anything dropping. It looks like it's already dropped.
He actually has one that I was actually gonna go over. It's called was it Tory Lanez? Yeah, he just endorsed a project called Fancy Frenchie. So I was actually gonna go over that. That was
Maybe
called...
that's okay. So this is his music, and then he's gonna co-sign on some other stuff. So let me stop sharing and let you kick over yours. And hopefully you guys can hear me a little better. I don't know what happened there though. But go ahead, you can take it over on yours real quick.
All right, cool. I think we're good. I apologize, family. I'm not sure if it was my computer or the Wi-Fi. I don't know what's going on. I apologize. I hope the sound is better. If you guys could let me know if the sound is better in the chat, that would be greatly appreciated. And also, Pat, if you could watch the chat, my phone's about to die, and I actually don't have anywhere I could plug my phone in right now. But if you could let me know if there's anything in the chat that they say, that'd be cool. But with that being said, guys, we're gonna go into some drops. Is that what we wanted to do? You want to go into some drops real quick?
Drops, projects, yeah, whatever you got. I have like two that I'll show you that are already out. You know what I mean? That I read about. I don't have any like that we're gonna keep our eye on that's like dropping tomorrow yet.
Right. All right. Cool.
We'll check that out. But I don't have one yet.
All right. Cool. Let me go ahead and share my other screen with you guys real quick. And boom. There we go. So, let's see here. All right. So the first one that I want to talk about, I'm going to go to Twitter real quick, because this is where I kind of look in, like, I like to see their fan base. I like to see, okay, is this somewhere that's like liable, or they actually have a real, do they have a real fan base? Because what we did last time, I'm not going to lie, from what I understand, the one we did was a very hyped project based upon a lot of bots. Not going to say it's still not a bad project, because some projects start out slow, work their way up to becoming way better. But the one we did, Psycho Teddy's, they called it, a lot of people were calling it a scam. They got hacked. They were not structured properly. Let me just say that. They were not structured the exact same way they should have been, right? They didn't come in and they kind of, it just went south very quick, but they recovered. I think, that project, if you did get in that project, I think I personally am just going to hold those. I ended up selling one. I made like $50 on it. Cool. I just wanted to get one off at least, so I knew I got some of my money back and a little bit of profit. And then next one, I'll just wait for the floor to rise. That's all it is. The only way you lose in this game is if you sell it when it's going down, or sell it at a lower price from what you got it in. That's the only way you lose. If anything, you hold it and it becomes nothing, it disappears, guess what? You got a piece of art you can throw in your room. Cool. So that's what's really cool about this. But the first project I want to talk about, that's actually going to be on the Ethereum network, is called XAVIER. XAVIER. If it pops up, let me see. Okay, I don't see that. Let me see if it's 0. Go ahead and pull it up. There we go. So, I want to kind of go into their website as well, so I can show you guys what's going on. So this is the first thing I do. I go to Twitter and I hear about a project. I go to Twitter and type it in. All right. So as we can see here, right, they have about almost 20,000 followers, right? And what's really cool is Crypto Dads, if you guys know the project, they actually follow this project, right? So I'm not sure if they might collab, but if a bigger project that's made over, thousands of dollars worth of millions of dollars worth in their project, and they follow another project, that might be, something of interest, right? So that's something to look for as well. Another bigger project follows this project. That's a good sign, right? 20,000 followers, that's another good sign. They have a big audience, right? Now we look, okay, they joined in July 2021. So they recently just joined and they have over 20,000 followers, right? They're doing giveaways, right? These are kind of what they look like. That's really good art. I'm not going to lie. That's really good art in my opinion. So that right there, that's another sign that this is a pretty decent investment, that we have a good investment on our hands, is that they have good art, right? So that's another good one. Let's see. They're doing giveaways. Look. Is that right? Huh. They're actually on one of the billboards, if I'm not mistaken, that looks like New York. So they're on a billboard. That's another sign. So this might not just be hype. Of course, that doesn't mean anything. But as you can see here, the pre-sale is September 15th at 3 p.m. UTC. I'm not sure what that is. If we go look at UTC to EST, I'm pretty sure their pre-sale is closed already, but that's something that you have to go to their Discord to check out. So we're going to check that out. So they are, let's see, they are 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they're 4 hours ahead of us, right? So we're 4 hours behind. So that would be 11. 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is their pre-sale, right? There we go. Here you go. It says pre-sale giveaway, surprise giveaway hosted by XAVIER. Prize: 2 lucky winners will receive 1 whitelist spot each. Follow XAVIER NFT, so follow them, retweet, and that's all you gotta do. So guess what? I'm gonna do that. Hey, I would love to get on the pre-list. This looks pretty cool. Even if I don't get it, but if I'm not mistaken, we're gonna go to their Discord, right? We're gonna go check out their Discord. That's the second thing I check, right? After I go to their Twitter, I found out, okay, what's next? Who are they? Actually a real project? Do they have a poppin' Discord? If their Discord is poppin' like the Claymates one we're in, I'm telling you right now, they have the best community. I've probably had like 20 people hit me up in the DMs just to talk. Like, it's pretty cool how cool their environment, their community is over there, right? So we're gonna go to their Discord real quick. I'm gonna join their Discord live on here with you guys. Let's see. Let's see how many people they got on their Discord. Alright, so they have 43,000 people in their Discord, right? Accept invite, right? So we're going to go to the Discord, and we're going to see if you know, their community is popping. I'm sure it is, right? I'm sure it is. So that's something that we're going to look for, right? Is if they're popping. So just give it a second. Once it loads, we'll know. Alright, might not want to load. Alright, cool. Hey, stop. My dog going crazy. She said she wants one of these NFTs too. But, as you can see, they have 43,000. Lila! Sorry, guys. Dog's tripping. So they have 43,000 followers, members in their Discord. Online members right now, there's 7,000. They got a whitelist. Let's see if the whitelist is still open. So whitelist, if you guys don't know what that is, basically what a whitelist is a whitelist, and the Discord is going crazy. There we go. I was trying to show Pat that if you look at my screen, the top left, you'll see like a little mic. It'll like pop up when there's a notification. If you click that, it'll turn all your notifications off. You definitely want to do that, especially with this, because it gets popping. But with that understanding, right? Their whitelist. If you don't know what the whitelist is, a whitelist is basically the pre-sale. So you can get in before the whole entire community gets in. Let's see. Please note that 10 invites in level 6 cannot get you into the whitelist automatically. The team will manually review your qualification. If you are inviting fake accounts or spamming in the server, you will be banned. So they have different rules. Leveling up just is based upon how much you talk in the community, how much you speak to, you know, how many people you invite to that chat. So, you know, I'm going to go ahead and send this to a couple people myself. But let's look at their chat. Let's look at their main chat. That's another thing I like to go to, is their main chat. What's their main chat looking like? Oh, yeah. They're popping. They're popping. They're talking every minute, every second. Look, they're popping. Multiple people talking at the same time. So that's what I look for. That's another thing I look for. And then, of course, what I like to do is I like to go to their website. Official links. Make sure you click whenever, let's just say, you know, you don't get the mint, right? You don't get the mint, you get a project, right? Oh, shoot. I'm on the wrong screen. I got to share the right screen. Sorry about that, guys. Man, oh, man. Alright, cool. My screen was off. My phone's dead. We're busting with what we got for right now. But it's all good. It's all working out. But while we're in the Discord, I apologize. So we got the whitelist. I'll go over briefly. Whitelist is how you get in the pre-sale. The pre-sale is on the 15th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. And then official links, right? Official links, they have an OpenSea link. Anytime you're going to buy secondary market, make sure you click the link from that specific Discord, right? If it's the real one, they're gonna give you the real link, right? There's so many scams out there. There's so many false projects out there scamming people every single day, saying they're this project, and then you go and buy it and it's not the right one, right? So just pay attention to that, guys. They have an Instagram and they have their website. So let's go check out their website. I think this is I'm just gonna dive deep into this one, and then I'm not gonna really go deep into the other ones. I'm just gonna say like, hey, I'm looking into this one just so we can get this rolling. But let's see, collection of generated NFT characters living in the Ethereum blockchain. There's 9,999. I like that number. Are created from over 200 hand-drawn traits. Right, so there's 200 different traits that these characters have. Pre-sale starts in a day, in 17 hours, so that's pretty cool. The year is 2025. Metaverse is no longer a mere concept. So I'm guessing what this is going to be is going to be a metaverse, and these are your avatars, what the NFTs are selling. And then they kind of go into your roadmap. So that's the most important part when I'm looking at a project. One, I like to see, okay, is their art official, right? Is their art pretty cool? Is this something that I really want to put my money into? Obviously, for this one, yes. They have a pop in Discord. Yes. Do they have a great Twitter? Do they have a great following? Do they have any big time followers following them? Yes. Crypto Dad. That's a big one, right? And then I go into their website. What else do I look for? I look at the roadmap. That's the most important thing I look for. One, their art. Two, the roadmap. What do they plan on doing with their project, right? So I go into the launch. Obviously, that's their roadmap. It says 10%. Shout out for XAVIER. So they're gonna be put on rarity tools. That's where you can check how rare your character is. Let's see, Vampires Ride for the 250th, 5,000th, and 7,500th and 999th sales. 4 random OX vampires will be picked and be each gift with a Harley Davidson motorcycle as their ride. That is fire. That's pretty cool. So this is going to be a metaverse game, and I'm guessing these numbers right here, if you're number one of these for that sale, you're going to get a random pick and be gifted a Harley Davidson motorcycle as a ride. That's pretty fire. That's pretty cool. Launch an editor tool for token holders to customize their vampire's name and description. So you're going to be able to name and describe your vampire. So these are vampires. Pictures and avatars of vampires, and then they're coming out with a game. They're going to be coming out with a metaverse game, and then 3% of total sales. Listen to this: 3% of total sales and 50% of royalties from OpenSea will be used to sweep the floor. Additionally, we will set up funds to support talented independent artists. So think about that. They're going to be sweeping the floors and using 50% of royalties from OpenSea. That is fire. 50% royalties. So they want to, in order for you to sell, right? 3% of total sales and 50% of royalties from OpenSea will be used to sweep the floor. So they have 50% of the royalties. They're going to come in. Anybody sells under the price that they think it should be at, they're going to buy it. And then they're either going to do a giveaway or they're going to be giving it to, an airdrop, whatever it might be. But they're basically going to come in and sweep that floor. So that to me is pretty fire. That's pretty fire. And they're going to have royalties, meaning when I sell it to you and whoever you sell it to, I'm getting a percentage on top of what you sell it for, right? So, more details coming soon. This is a project I really want to get into. If I'm not mistaken, the mint price is 0.06. From what I understand, the mint price is 0.06, so I have a little bit over that in my MetaMask. Right now, I have a couple things on the market, so I plan on going to this project as of today. I just heard about this today. So this is a project to look into. It's called 0x Vampire. If you go look them up on social media, their Discord, everything like that. Go check them out. But the second one, let me go ahead back to my other one. Here we go. All right, cool. So, all right, cool. So let's go back to Twitter real quick. The second one, I know we're kind of running over. Please bear with us, guys. We're going to be over here soon. Then we're going to do that giveaway. We got the giveaway. The last one that that's coming out that I want to talk about. There's so many more, but we can talk about that tomorrow since we're going to do a call tomorrow for you guys. It's called Fancy Frenchies, right? This was endorsed by Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez came out with that album cover NFT. Now he's endorsing these Fancy Frenchies. Definitely look into this. This is a Solana and Solana marketplace. So you will be probably minting these on the website itself. So if you go to their website's right here. Check out their Discord. I'm going to do all this later. Just to not run this over too late, guys, I'm going to pass this back to Pat. And then we're going to get into our giveaway because I already know we're in an hour long right now. So I don't want to hold you guys too long. But we appreciate you guys for tapping in. Definitely check those projects out. Again, that is XAVIER and Fancy Frenchies. I'm pretty sure this one drops tomorrow. So make sure that you have Solana and a Solana wallet. I'm not exactly sure what the wallet is. What I'll do is I'll find out what time this is tomorrow, and what we can do is we can hop on together if anyone's hopping in this. I probably personally will not. That's probably going to be $400. I might. We'll see what happens. I'm not too big in the Solana, so I'm going to do my research. If this is something that you want to get, make sure you have a Solana wallet, and then you have their website good to go. All right, but other than that, I'm going to pass this back to Pat. I appreciate you guys for your patience. I know we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're back and we're good. Nothing's lagging. So I'm going to pass this back to Pat. Go ahead and take it over, man. Let's get it.
All right, I'll be real quick. I'm just going to pull up two projects on the Cardano blockchain that are kind of interesting, especially if you're like into the environment, that kind of stuff. So off of like this is how you pull these up. So like off of that the CNFT analytic page for Cardano, I just like started going down, and like I said, I'm just gonna start checking out all the different projects. And I'm gonna check these ones with the big volume. So I noticed since I've been on CNFT, the marketplace, in the beginning, I kept seeing these like little trees, and I had no clue what they were. But as you can see, these trees are bringing in some crazy. They're doing some decent volume. So I figured let me check that out. And it's a cool little project. So as you see on here, these things are going from 50. As you can see, this is like a season 3, it says though, where this is probably a season 1. And they're all different prices. So it's like, what does this stuff do? Check out the website, right? So once I get on their website, this is pretty neat. Like, so what it is, it's the first full on-chain evolution art living and growing on the chain. So what this is going to do is Cardano trees, as you see, like this guy's all scraggly looking and all. So Cardano trees are not static images, GIFs, or videos. Basically, what this is going to be living art. So you're going to like start a tree, and this thing's going to grow. So over time, as you can see, they give off flowers, fruits. Some of them will shrink, but they live forever and all over the world. So what they're doing with this, though, to like help the environment. So every single one of these that get purchased, as you can see, they're getting like all over the world. Everywhere they get purchased, they're gonna like really put down a tree. So this is like one of those projects where it could be big down the road just because there's so many people that are for green, and this is a global thing, and it's the first of its kind on the blockchains. But there's a project I'm going to look at real quick. I'll let you guys know what I think. As you saw, that thing was scraggly. Now it's growing. And I'm guessing maybe that's when you can sell at different points of its life. I will have to do some research, but this is what I'm going to check in just because, like I said, that volume was huge. And the fact that you can buy some third generations for 50 ADA, and then you see some of these are going for over 3,000 ADA. It's, to me, that's worth looking into. The other one that's kind of different that was on here, top projects, is this one, the number 3 project, unsigned algorithms. So when you look at this one, let me close that out. This is kind of what they're selling. It's I think the way this works is the blockchain actually creates these different images. It lets you know the properties and all that, but this is all you're getting with these. So I have to figure out how you figure out rarenesses and all, but if they have the volume of like Claymates and these other ones that we're already making big money on, like I said, I don't care what the project is, whether it's a cartoon, a tree growing. My goal is to make money. So as long as money's being made, that's a project I want to be involved with. So these are the two I'm gonna check out. Like I said, I'm gonna check out a bunch of these. I've already checked out a lot of them. But the trees is kind of interesting just because I got to see when the best time to buy, when to sell them, if it's even worth getting into. Worst case, you plant a tree. So it's not too bad if you purchase one. But that's all I have on that. I'm gonna let Jonah go back and we'll just do our drawing. Like I said, this is gonna be for the ledger. This is something that will hold your tokens, your assets, probably some NFTs. I don't know about all of them right now. Down the road, all of them. This is like a safe. It's off the computer though, so you can't really get hacked in on these. That's what we put ours on. That's what I put my stuff on. That I'm not sitting on the exchanges. I keep some on exchanges, take some off. But this is what our giveaway was all about. We even did a video on that and how to set it up and all that. We'll probably touch base on that again, like later on this week or next week or whenever it comes into whoever the winner is. So what we'll do is we're going to do like a live drawing, and then whoever wins, you have to touch base with us. That way we can get your contact info so we don't have to put that out here. And we're going to send this thing directly to you. That way it is not coming secondhand. We're not purchasing this. It's sitting at my house, sending it to you. This is going to come right from Ledger. That's the only way you should purchase these. Do never buy these on the aftermarket. No Amazon. Do not look for discounts. Somebody will have your code or your seed or your keys, and they'll be able to take your stuff. So you want to get this stuff directly from the supplier. No Amazons when it comes to this. Go right to like Ledger. There's a bunch of different ones. This is the one we're dealing with. But let's let me send that over to Jonah. He can pull up his screen.
Yeah. Good luck to everyone who participated.
Bet. Thank you so much, Pat. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to work on my Wi-Fi over here, even though it just got fixed. It's lagging. It's worse than what it was, so it's kind of aggravating. But it's okay. You know, we made it through the stream. I trust and believe that at least a couple of you got some type of value. Hopefully, you know, you saw the value in what we gave you guys. So if you saw the value and you like what you saw today, or like you like what you heard today, go ahead and smash that like button before we end this out of here. We're gonna do our giveaway before we get out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up right now. I actually put everyone's name in a drawing wheel, right? So I'm gonna kind of knock all these out real quick. Boom. Boom. All right, cool. So it's called Wheel of Names. So I put everyone that participated that said done on the Instagram, right? So whoever gets chosen, I want you guys to hit me up after this stream, right? And I want you guys to let me know that, you know, of course I have your name, but if you win it, I want you guys to hit me up directly or Crypto Cliffnotes, hit me up directly so we can get this thing popping, so we can get you your ledger either today or tomorrow. I have a couple things I have to do right after this, but still hit me up so I can get you in here and we can make sure that we either schedule a call, you just send over your address, whatever it might be. We can make sure that you get that giveaway this week. So I'm going to go ahead and spin this wheel, guys. I'm going to go ahead and spin this wheel. I'm going to click the spin. Good luck to everyone. Congratulations ahead of time to the winner. Let's see. Let's see who won. It's lagging. Let's see. Xavier Johnson. Wow. I think I know who that is. But shout out to Xavier, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to the winner. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. Xavier M. Johnson 2. You won, so make sure you hit me up, either Crypto Cliffnotes or my @InfiniteImpact Jonah _ to receive the giveaway. We're lagging, but it's okay. I appreciate every single one of you for being on this call, being on this stream. Whenever you see this, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Let us know the projects you're looking at. All right, guys, and that's another episode of Crypto Cliffnotes. We appreciate every single one of you for being on here. I'm going to make sure that we take care of this Wi-Fi and all the technical difficulties, so next stream we're all smooth and good to go. Again, we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys at the top because you guys know the rest. The bottom, it's way too damn crowded. Love you guys.